I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter, and this is the Family Showdown!
Yay! Okay. Hey, you're still here. You lovely, wonderful people, you. Hello. Gold stars all around.
Yeah.
What's a break in this time? The technology.
Yeah.
Hello.
I knew as soon as I clicked on update OBS that I made a mistake.
That's what oh.
So yeah. So I got it where at least we can hobble through the show. I have to switch everything manually. Normally it's automated. So yeah.
Yeah, we're here now, so apparently it went great. That upgrade went great. Yep.
So our internet is horrible. OBS is...
Our internet's been terrible all evening, so it's just been
If it's too laggy, we may have to call it, because our internet's been acting up all night.
I don't want to torture you guys.
I'm not seeing drop frames.
It's fun to see you all, though.
But I do see spinny stuff, so let us know.
Yeah. It's too bad. We'll just work on it. We're blurry, the background is clear. That's bizarre.
No, I haven't had a chance to adjust the camera because I've been working on OBS for the last half hour.
What do I need to do for that? Can I go play with it? Or you got it? Look at that.
My gut says we're not going to be able to do a show tonight, but we're going to try. We're going to try our best, folks.
Never give up. Never surrender. You know what movie that's from? A stupidly funny movie. Yes, indeed. So, for those of you that are patiently waiting as we play with stupid technology that's being very stupid of stupidness. The stupid technology of stupidness. Major event happening at the end of this week. Actually, in, what, a day? 2 days? How soon? Very soon. World Series of Board Gaming. Oh, yeah. And guess who's going?
All right. So let us know about the blurriness, and we're still lagging. So let us know about that.
Skip straight to the great stuff. They're like, skip ahead.
Our stream status says it's garbage. So, but we're not dropping frames. So I don't know what's going on.
You dropping frames, Samwise Gamgee?
All right. So we're gonna power through this, and hopefully.
So yes, World Series of Board Games. Do tell. What's up?
What's what we're doing first?
Oh, I thought it is.
No.
That's what we should be doing first.
You know how to get the memo?
5 on the spot, laggy games.
So it's still focused on the mic? I thought I fixed that.
What? Why is it being so hateful?
Because I think it's autofocus is on, and it's autofocusing on the thing. This is crazy.
What is happening? Is it a full moon? You know, Jupiter is like the closest it's been in 59 years or some insanity. I blame Jupiter.
I wonder if all this menu stuff's going to pop up on the screen.
Yes, do it. Let's go.
Did it?
No? I don't see anything. Do you guys see anything? You seeing things? Uh-oh. All this technology is going to his brain. So I go ahead. Oh, Coralie just said, there we go.
Better now?
I just heard a there we go. They're great. Dano says it's good. There it is. Clear now. Gardner. Yay! We have victory! Okay, good.
Are we still lagging? Please?
I don't know.
Please let us know if we're lagging.
You guys are amazing.
All right,
so patient. So patient. Much love.
We're just going to jump right in. We're going to power through. And I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties, but it is
Jupiter's the king of the gods.
Who? What?
God of the Thunderbolt.
What am I looking for?
Kind of Thorish.
This one?
Thor. We play games.
I have to manually switch these things.
It's all darkness.
Our automatic switchers are dead because of OBS update. All right, so we played a whopping 4 games.
But we
did. For reasons. Usually go from worst to best. Number 4 is...
Let's go.
So I am, like Becca said, I'm competing in the World Series of Board Games starting tomorrow. It actually starts tomorrow afternoon. Pre-evening. Tomorrow pre-evening.
Pre-evening.
I'm competing in 4 different games. So you'll notice a trend with the games that we've played because I've been practicing.
Can't imagine.
So Raw is one of the games I'm playing. I'll go into more details of when and where and all that good stuff later. Raw. So Raw is a older game. It has been around what?
Thousands of years.
Yes. I don't know.
How's it go? Raw, kick him in the knee.
This is the 2016 version. I think it came out in, I want to say 2005. I could be wrong.
He is the sun god. He is the fun god. Raw.
So Raw is an auction.
It's
an auction game. This is part of the trilogy of auction games from Kinesia. Rhino Kinesia. This one, Amun-Re. I can't think of the third one. Anyway, 3 different auction games. This one here is just kind of a bare bones auction tableau building set collection type of game. It's got your pressured luck. It's got all kinds of fun stuff going on. Basically, on your turn, you just draw a tile. You play the tile out, or on your turn, you can call Raw and say, I want to have an auction happen, and you auction off the thing. Or you can play a special tile to steal a tile off the offering for the auction. That's it. You just do these auctions over and over again. Eventually, the end of the round is triggered. You do end of round scoring, 3 rounds, and then there's end of game scoring. Pretty straightforward auction game. This was kind of my pick for the tournament that has, I know there's some skill to it. There's some strategies to it, but there's a lot of luck involved. So this is my, hey, I might get lucky choice with the thing. But there's people that are good with Raw. There's some strategies, but there is a lot of luck involved in this game. So it's kind of, like I said, it's your
lucky game.
Maybe I'll get lucky choice for the tournament. All right.
This one's surprisingly fun. Like, I wasn't sure I'd like this game because, like you said, there's a lot of luck and stuff, but the strategy stuff involved with it is really fun. Like picking and choosing your timing on when you want to do stuff. It's pretty cool.
So I give this an 8. It's a good one. I enjoy it. It doesn't play very, very well 2-player. I don't think it's probably more.
It's still fun.
It's probably more in the 4 or 5. I think it plays up to 6.
I'm with you guys. 1999 was like 10 years ago, right? I agree completely. That's just how that is.
I mean, does this play 2 to 5? I want to say maybe 2 to 5. I want to say 2 to 5. Is it 2 to 5? It might be 2 to 5. I'm guessing it's 2 to 5 players. Doesn't play very well too. I'd probably say this is probably a 4 or 5 player game. So this one is getting reprinted. I just did a Kickstarter here a while back. It's getting reprinted by 25th Century Games. 25th Century? Is that what I say? They did a nice, beautiful reprint of this game. It's going to Kickstarter. I assume it's going to go to retail at some point. So if you don't have a copy of it, you can get a brand new copy soon of this one.
Yeah, 2 to 5 player. Nifty.
It's a good one. I enjoy it. We played that one like 3 or 4 times. Something like that.
A lot of fun.
I think I went undefeated.
You know, honestly, I'm glad you did, because if you didn't, I'd probably give you so much grief.
Oh, gosh.
You're going into the World Series. If I lost one of these
tournament games,
I would give you so much grief. It was
you know what'd be even funnier?
Fun.
You know what'd be even funnier is
what?
If you beat me and then I ended up winning the championship.
Oh, you'd never get into that.
All right.
You know, guys,
once
I beat
Kickstarter is kind of my general term for all the crowdfunding stuff. So yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we have an oddball to this group of games. The little one actually wanted to play a board game. Yeah, it's been like ages.
She's been playing off and on.
She plays off and on. She wanted to play some Wingspan, so we played some Wingspan. So Wingspan, I give it an 8 as well. Like it a little bit more than Raw, just because this is kind of a family favorite kind of game. So yeah, so this one's a tableau building, engine building,
bird singing
kind of game. Yeah, we use the Wingsong app.
If you have this game, get the free app, Wingsong. It is awesome. And every time we put out a bird, we have to play the sound. Yeah. It's like a requirement now.
So the game goes from an hour to 3 hours, but that's okay.
No, it's not quite that bad. It's more likely that you'll be in the middle of a sentence and someone's bird will start chirping in the middle of it.
Yeah. So
never happened, of course.
Wingspan, it's a great what I would call a gamer family weight game. It's a good one. It's fun.
It is. It's super fun.
I won't pass up playing it.
Can't imagine.
All right, let's move on to other World Series board games. World Series board games. This one is the number 2 of the 4 games. Dominant Species Marines. I give this a 9. I love this game. It is super mean, super brutal, area control. It's basically a war game that has worker placement. It's really, really strange. I love it. I won't say the final scores to our game.
Oh, we're sparing me. We're sparing
But
my
I may have
feelings.
tripled her score, but that's okay.
Oh, we're going to go ahead and say the score.
I didn't say the score.
So it's one of those, say your score without saying the score.
It could have been like 9-3.
That's likely.
Anyway, I love this game. It's fun. It's long. It's brutal. It's mean.
I might have had a little turn of bad luck. I got nuked by an event.
There's no luck in this game. Yeah, there is a little
Nature
bit of
is
luck.
cruel.
There's a little bit of luck.
Nature is cruel and inhumane. Mean.
Yeah,
This is a good game. This is like stupid good game.
She kind of got annihilated by a card because I was at every location you were at, and you had a lot of locations that had one thing on it.
Just one thing on it, and it was like take off one of everything, and I was like, well, I'm dead. Nice knowing y'all. That was fun. There's no recovering from that, like 2/3 of the way, halfway through the game. It was at a really good, crucial point in the game.
So this is very similar to Dominant Species. If you play Dominant Species,
this is the cool version.
It's got some slight changes. It's slightly quicker to play. It makes you slightly asymmetrical in a different way. In the regional Dominant Species, you had the 6 different species, and they have like a special power on the worker placement section of the board. This one, you actually either draft or randomly get traits for your creature, and that makes you a little bit different. Also, the turn order is decided by your species, and ties are broken by your species. So a little bit different, but for the most part, the actions you're doing and the things you're doing will be very similar to Dominant Species as you played them before. If I had to pick one, I would pick this one over the other one. I like this one better.
I agree.
I like the fact in Dominant Species you have to do kind of a little more planning. It's a little more thinky, crunchy, because in the worker placement section, you put all your workers on, and then they fire off from top to bottom. And so you have to kind of plan, okay, if I go up here, I need resources later on down here. That's going to, to get resources, do this, and they kind of just chain off each other. This one, it's similar that if you usually want to start at the top when you're placing your workers, but you get your actions immediately, but you cannot go backwards. So if you put a worker on like row 1, like let's say row 3, you can't go back to row 2 and take an action that's higher up on the list. So you have to go. It forces you to go in order. There's some ways to break that with special powers, but for the most part, you go in order down the thing. So you can jump ahead to get an action you really want, but then you could be foregoing some actions that you might want to do. So it's tricked up a little bit. So they are different games in that sense. So owning both would be okay, I guess. But if you had to,
heck yeah.
If I had to pick one,
especially if you like these kinds of games, because they're just different enough to make it kind of interesting, right? To try the different.
But this one, one is if you you're a player that doesn't like confrontation.
Oh, dude, nope, this is not your game.
I mean, this is your wrenches are getting thrown into your plans nonstop. So there is some strategy to it, but it's very tactical in terms of, okay, she did this, something happened to me. How do I react to that to recover from that?
Because honestly, if I hadn't been nuked, I would have made your life a lot harder. Because I was playing my character pretty aggressively until it got nuked. I was building up to being fairly nasty at the time, so
Dominant Species Marine.
It's good. It's a fun one.
Dominant Species Marine. All right,
I gotta try.
Number one game, one of my all-time favorite games of all time.
Oh man,
I give it a 10. I love this game. Dune Imperium. Oh, I love this game. So I played with Rebecca once. She actually did really well. I thought she was going to beat me. I mean, she was like nuking me, and I snuck in a win right at the end. So it was fun. It was by far the best game that she's ever played. I thought I
played 2 characters, so there.
Yeah, we played 2 characters each to kind of give the 4-player experience, but we kind of did the don't help your other character out kind of thought.
Oh, don't worry, that wouldn't have been a problem because concentrating on just trying to figure out what each one does each time you're sitting there going, Wait a minute. I just reset. Okay, where are we going?
There is a variant,
It's
though,
really
for two
cool.
players that you do play two characters, but you can potentially help each character, but your lowest score is your score between your two characters.
Now that would be fun.
So there's a way to do that. I love it. It's a worker placement deck building game. So your deck drives your worker placement, as well as you can buy cards and make your deck better, just like in other deck building games. But it's really a race game, a race in the sense of trying to get a certain number of points as quickly as possible. Whoever has the most points at the end wins, but it's a race to get to a certain number of points.
And it's a really good game. And I like the battles each round and stuff, because you can choose whether or not to get really crazy with those each round, depending on, is this a prize that you feel like is really worthwhile or not, right? You might want to spend that round instead building up for one you feel is going to be better and more beneficial to you. So, I don't know. There's a lot going on in this game.
So I'll go into it a little more detail when I talk about the World Series, but there is so much strategy written around this game. People have talked about it, analyzed it.
Oh, I believe
given values to different cards. It's crazy how much strategy is written about this game. But anyway, we'll get that a little bit later. Tommy asked if or did I back the War of Arrakis Dune game that's based on War. Backed it. I just wanted to show you what I did.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I did go with the angle as, hey, would you like this game? And if she says no, I'm like, well, I like it. I'm gonna get it anyway.
And there's your answer. There's your
All right,
answer.
that's the 4 games we played. In addition to that, I don't log online gameplay, but I probably played 100 plus games of Splendor between now and the last time we talked. So
Can't imagine.
I rate Splendor a 7. It's not one of my favorite games, but I've gotten pretty good at it.
I played Scrabble. I forgot to tell you, I played Scrabble. What?
So I got a story about Scrabble.
Is this a good story or a lame
So
story?
like the only game one of my older sisters would ever play is Scrabble.
Okay.
But she's one of those people that memorized every 2 and 3 letter word.
Oh no! So she knows all the Scrabble words.
She knows Za and Zia and Zez and Zuzu and all the different weird Q's and
wicked.
Z's words.
Okay.
And she would play them and just look at me, daring me to challenge her on these words.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. She's one of those Scrabble players.
That's
so all love
amazing.
I have for Scrabble has been squashed out of me. So
I was just playing it casually because we actually had our like open house back to school night, and so our table was like kind of a smorgasbord because we had our junior classical league stuff, and then we have a crochet and knitting club. And then we have our board game club. We were like I put all of my clubs that I sponsor on the same table. And so we're sitting there waiting for people to show up and chat. So we're like, let's just play one of our games. We're like advertising while we play. So
I don't know. They said they were
game.
spinning when I answered the War of the Ring thing.
Like a record?
Yeah.
Right round?
So yeah, we're backing it, of course. I love War of the Ring.
Heck yeah,
and I
we're
love
backing.
Dune, so that's a great combo. All right, let's move on. We're gonna power through. We're gonna end a little early because we're having all kinds of technical issues tonight.
Dang it.
Internet's crazy, and the friggin' OBS mistakes are made on OBS.
So while you were talking, Zaris mentioned something about Flamecraft. We got it in the. But what?
I keep forgetting I gotta have to push the button because it doesn't manually switch anymore. So yes, we got Flamecraft. Rebecca's grabbing it.
He didn't off me for cheating and saying it early, I promise. Da 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 da! Flamecraft! Look at this!
Oh dear.
I cannot wait to play this game. If he wasn't training for World Series of Board Gaming, I would have straight armed everything off of the game table and
Ness
I said,
excited about
we
this
play
one.
this
I'm
now.
actually excited about this one. This one looks fun. This one looks like a fun little game.
Why is this so adorable, guys? Why is this so adorable? This is up there with like creature comforts and stuff for me. I am super stoked. So Zaris, did you enjoy it? Did you play it? What'd you do?
All right,
So excited.
it said to show the stuff. So yeah, we got the deluxe everything all in.
Oh, I have a few things
version.
at the table over there. Look at this art! Look at them! Okay, first of all, What is this adorableness?
The playmat.
We have a little mini. Look at a mini cute. Okay. Now we also have...
It's probably really loud.
Oh, yeah. Game trays. I think these are
This
game...
was
one
of the biggest complaints that people have about this game is look at this. Look at the
longest, that's the longest road award right there.
Like I feel for the guy who's sitting at this end of the table.
No, he's great. He's
trying to get something that's at this end of the table.
That's why you like fireman carry or whatever. You know, all your pieces. You're like, yo.
Maybe you can fold it like in half and to make it like a normal, or just cut it right down the middle.
Blasphemy! How dare!
This is what, 4 feet maybe?
What? No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Nah.
Move the box. This tabletop is 4 feet.
The tabletop.
All right, it's 3.5 feet.
Okay, 3 feet.
3.5.
No, it's 3.
That's a half. 3.5 feet.
There's space over here. It's 3 feet. Don't listen to him. Okay, it uses game trays, and y'all know how I feel about game trays. They're amazing. So, nice little box of adorable little pieces of, let's see, there looks like little steaks and little potion bottles and an anvil. Leaves, little bread, diamonds.
It's all the different kinds of dragons. You got a bread dragon, a meat dragon, an iron dragon.
And then underneath this cool little protective lid, we've got, oh my gosh, you guys. These, I wonder if, is it on autofocus or did you turn that off?
Turned it off.
Darn. He turned it off
because
it was being stupid. You guys, this art is so adorable. We're going to have to do like a show and tell session. The super duper whooper gold coins, they're really, wow, these are heavy. They've got cute little.
They're real gold.
You're a nerd. Okay, and then, okay, so there's more. Okay, hold up. I'll set them up on the side here so you can see them. You don't need to look at me. Here's one.
Yeah, we got the Tom Vassell one.
And here's a little guy. Oh yes, and it's so cute.
The Spice Tower.
Yes, it's called the Spice Tower. Look at these little guys. Okay, you guys, look at that. How cute is this game? Look at these minis. Look at them. I'll give you backgrounds. Dark. Dark background. Dune Imperium. You're my Huckleberry. There you go. See, look at them. Can you not see how cute they are?
Now, if you don't get the super deluxe version, you get these little guys. These little
Oh, and these are cute too.
These little wooden guys.
They're little wooden. Look at them.
Yeah.
They're actually really cute. Now they're all the same. They don't look different. They're not unique, except for the color. You kind of see those. Well, and
that was super loud.
I am so sorry. That was like Rampage for Flamecraft.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I hope your ears are still intact.
Oh my goodness. It couldn't have been that bad.
Yeah.
It might have been. I'm bad. But anyway, they're absolutely precious. Precious. Sorry.
I was doing Imperium Underground. It was, yeah.
Yep. So anywho, yes, this game, absolutely ridiculous.
Super duper whooper. Did you actually say that?
Yes, probably. They're adorable.
Oh, it wasn't that loud? Okay. I mean, our mic's like right there, so I thought it would like blow their ears out.
Well, now they don't know if it's loud or not because they're deaf, and I'm sorry.
That's what it is. You can't hear anymore.
But no, the art is ridiculous, and it came this super duper whooper Kickstarter thing had a bunch of little extra prints that look like this, but they were like little postcards, and it has the art on them, and it is beyond precious. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do with those yet, but they're cute. So cute.
And it comes with a 6th player color, and some other stuff.
Yeah, this is neat. And again, it's game trays, people. Oh my gosh, this game trays thing. I was a little worried at first when I saw this because this top plastic one is loose. It seals everything in place and it's right flush with the top of the box, so it's not going anywhere. Nothing is going to move around.
So yeah,
game tray still has 100%.
So if you don't know anything about it, it's a worker placement kind of game. You can basically go into different shops. You get to take activities here, and you can add dragons to the shop to make the shops more powerful. So as time goes by, they have different abilities and different things that they can do. You can also complete these contracts, and the contracts make the shops even more powerful. So as the game goes by, the shops become cooler and cooler. So it's almost a little kind of, I wouldn't say semi-cooperative, but you're working together to improve all the different worker placement spots. And then when a shop fills up, you bring out a new shop, and as time goes by, you add more and more shops, and you can build up those shops and make them better. And I don't know what the end game trigger is. I think when the decks run out. So there's little dragons. The dragons you're adding to the shop, there's a deck of those, and there's also a deck of contracts. If either one of those run out, triggers the end of the game, and whoever gets the most points. I think it's popularity or prestige or whatever they call it. Whoever has the most victory points wins.
What I think's lovely is Zara said that he was able to fit all of this, the postcards and stuff, into the game with the game trays and stuff, which is amazing. So look at this, the nice big stack of adorable little art prints. And then they came with a bunch of little bookmarks, of which several are missing because we've already started using
one,
them.
The yellow one.
No, I think I took mine too.
No, there's only 6 dragons.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I left mine on the table still.
Yeah.
Nessa took her yellow one. Cute little pin. The lights. There we go. I was trying to get it so it doesn't glare. Adorable little pin. And then stickers. What is this cuteness? Okay, Nessa and I may have swiped a couple already to put on our computers and stuff. This is ridiculous.
So this is all
ridiculous.
This is all Kickstarter stuff.
They could have. Yeah, this is Kickstarter nonsense. That is the best nonsense ever.
It's not nonsense.
No, it's
There's
magical
a sticker
nonsense.
missing.
Yeah, I said that. I don't know where it went. No, just kidding. It's totally on my computer right now. So cute. Yeah, bookmarks and stickers. I'm like, this is nerdtastic. And it's so cute. Like the little postcards have like a little dragon. My favorite one. Oh, I think I put it in my room already. He's using it. He's like he was like holding a little dragon and he's blowing on creme brulee on a little restaurant. It's precious.
Yeah, if this doesn't win or at least nominated for best art next year, I don't know what.
Then shame.
But it's funny. The story behind
So
this is what I heard anyway. The designer discovered the art first and made a game built on the art. So the art came before the game. Obviously they adopted the art to fit the game, but the artist, the art was discovered first, and then the game was created around the art.
See, this is what's so cool. It's like,
we should ask.
Who?
Isn't that Scott Lucky Duck? So we
Oh,
should
yeah.
ask Scott.
There we go.
Stories.
Is this a true story? Yeah, because that's lovely. And I just think that's cool because, a lot of times kids, like students stuff, be asking, what can I do with this in such a degree? And I'm like, with art, like, this is a huge deal. Like, this is so cool. Get out there and make some board game art. This is amazing. I love this stuff.
All right, so
gorgeous.
that's Flamecraft. So there you go. We got one more game to unbox,
Lovely.
so we haven't opened it yet. Rebecca has zero clue what this is because
I have zero clue.
it's kind of an older game, so she'll have no idea what's coming. So
now the question is older by as in bought during in the year of COVID, or is this
something like that? It's a couple years old. I think it's a couple years old.
A game from the 90s that you finally found, and it's a Grail game.
No, it's not that old. A couple years old.
No mysterious.
It's in the modern board gaming. A couple years is ancient now. So
it's kind of like technology these
days. Speaking of
like,
ancient, so I was watching a video today, and someone said turn of the century, and they meant going from the 1800s to the 1900s, but the youngsters
don't mean that
when they say turn of the century, which makes me feel very old.
Our children are surprised to hear that we had electricity in the 1980s. Okay, they think the 1980s was so old. It's very disturbing.
Oh, John Company second edition. I want to play that so bad.
Well, it looks like, folks, we have a case of bubble wrap.
Quartermaster Logistics.
Oh.
Is something wrong?
Not to my knowledge. Was ist this? Obsession. Pride, intrigue, and prejudice in Victorian England.
Hold on. Wait for it.
So Jane Austen created a board game. What is happening here? Obsession? Okay, I don't know about you guys, but this box cover does not instill like enthrallment or intrigue. This is probably a great game based on this very mediocre cover. You know how Euros go. So I'm hoping it's a Euro, because if this is not a Euro, I'm probably gonna set this on fire. Oh my gosh, what is going on with these cards? So on the back, wow. It does say Victorian, right? Okay. The cards on the back, they have cards and then they have these very stodgy like old black and white photos of people in the middle of it, and it's very like the old timey faded manila yellow colored cards, so it's almost like old photograph material. This looks dry. Ooh, Pride, Intrigue, and Prejudice, and I don't know whether to be really super excited and say this is going to be the most amazing game ever, or this is horrific.
It's not horrific.
This cover, guys, it's a solo game.
It does. It plays solo.
The pictures are in my head.
This is the second edition reprinting of Obsession. I've heard nothing but good things about it. If you can get past the look, so which look
there's a lot to get past.
How a game looks doesn't really bother me because I play splatter games. So how it looks doesn't matter. Supposedly this is a really, really fun game. What I heard.
No, like I said, it
won all kinds of Dice Tower awards the year it came out in 2018.
It did. I have no memory of
Best
this
Small
place.
Publisher. It's won a bunch of different awards.
Okay, Move Around a Wonderful Story. Okay. Ooh, it's nearly an RPG. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is it's
Downton Abbey. What? Okay.
I think Rebecca, if she can get past the look, is gonna really, really love this game.
I told you guys this screams. Where's my tapestry game? Where is it? Where's my boy? Where is it?
Which one?
The one that looks like Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys know I love me some Lorenzo. Lorenzo Il Magnifico. Let's compare here. Which do you think looks more exciting? Hey, show them the box cover. Let me look at them. Person or rando building?
Wait, no, this way.
Person or rando building? Yep, the building looks maybe more exciting. I'm actually really excited to try this now. You think Lorenzo looks more exciting?
All I know is I can't wait to play this.
Does it reveal anything about the game?
Because I'm gonna get to wear a top hat.
What?
And dress up.
Are you gonna have a ruffly little neck thing on?
Oh, we should have a ruffly neck thing. I'm gonna have to wear that. Anyway, this
is getting better and better all the time.
This looks like my kind. When I heard about this game, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
I will wear pearls so I may clutch them in the drama. This is so exciting. All right, okay. So my initial reaction, my first impression is yikes.
Yikes.
With a side of has fantastic potential because of the said yikes.
Yeah, it says they should have wine and put on classical music when we play.
Oh, yes. But it's got to be like Baroque music, so it's very stodgy. Very stodgy. I approve. I'm intrigued now. Already, the intrigue is coming true. Okay. It's growing
look
on
what
me.
Cool Lou said at the end.
What now? I think it will rival viticulture. What?
Yeah, when I heard about this game, I'm like, we had to play this game. As much as
it's impossible to play without busting out English accents. Fantastic! Oh, this is getting better and better all the time.
Oh my gosh! So I don't. I waited to get the expansion. I could have bought it, but I wanted to play the regular game first. And again, this is a brand new reprint. It just got reprinted. I mean, this is the delivery of the reprint.
Fancy party.
I don't know if they call it second edition, but it is a brand new, fresh reprint of the game.
Oh man, you guys are making me so hyped now. I'm obsessed with it, as it were. Okay, very exciting.
All right,
okay,
let's move on.
This is greatness,
I'm gonna wrap this up because the spinning is making my brain hurt.
Right round like a record.
All right, so World Series of Board Gaming starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. My first game is at 5 p.m. tomorrow. It's Splendor, which I think is going to be my best shot at winning anything. If I already told Rebecca, if I make it to the second round in any of the games, I'll consider it a win. But Splendor is probably my best shot. I keep joking around
Team
that
Hunter.
there's people flying in from like Finland that are like ringers that
And
are
I
going to be
told him
super
there's
good.
probably a super just normal dude coming in from Finland, and Hunter's gonna find out he's from Finland and be like, oh, and he's gonna freak out. He's gonna be psyched out just because.
But I play online.
Somebody from Finland.
And against the computer on Splendor, there's a Steam version of Splendor. Against the computers, I can't remember the last time I lost against them. Against players, and these people are like hardcore. Like I played 5 games I think today of Splendor.
Well, that's
one person had over 1,700 plays. Yeah,
I thought you had a lot of plays of that.
I have a lot. I have 200 or 300, but he had 1,700 plays. So against people that play this game online who are crazy good at this game, I probably win about 75% of the time, which worries me because if some of these people show up, then my chances are lower.
Michael says Finland rhymes with Winland. Just say it. I love that. Although Nathan, this cracks me. Only 16 people total are getting into the second round, but I believe in you.
So I love that. All my games have a 256 maximum number of entries, which means you only have to win 4 times.
That's what I keep telling them. I'm like, you only need to win 4 games.
4 times to win the championship of each of the different individual games. So Wednesday is Splendor, which I think is my best shot. The next day, starting bright and early at 10 in the morning, because it's one of the longer games. It may be the longest game in the tournament. Dominant Species Marine, Thursday morning at 10.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I think this is my second best chance at winning because...
Yeah, you're really good at that one, too. You're pretty aggressive.
I'm pretty mean when I play that game. Then Friday afternoon, 12:30 p.m., we're playing Raw, which is like I said, that's my...
Your lucky, happy game.
You're
playing that one for fun, almost like.
I would say Raw is probably 50% strategy and ability and 50% luck. So I'm hoping...
You have way more luck in
like they say in poker, you don't have to be good, you just have to be lucky.
That's hilarious.
But that's not true. You need to be good too. And then Saturday, my last game, Saturday at 12:30.
I'll be there for that. I'll be there for that.
Dune Imperium is my last.
Do I get to watch?
That's probably my least chance of winning. I think you can watch from a distance. I don't know if you. Because you got to think in the first round, there's going to be 64 games set up.
Wow, that's crazy.
At once, 64 games are going to go on at the same time. So I don't know how they're holding it at Bally's, the same place they hold the World Series of Poker.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
I assume they're going to modify poker tables in some way and use their big poker room that they use for tournaments
and stuff. Okay, that's cool.
So Dune Imperium I think is my least best chance to play that because I've played it so few times. I've played it less than 10 times, and apparently there's people, like I said, they've written. There's one. I'm reading one guy's strategy guide, and it is 40 pages long.
Wow, that's so cool.
This one dude's strategy guide.
Hey, Nathan has a really good point, though. He says he has about 1,700 games of Seven Wonders on his Seven Wonders app, but it doesn't mean I'm good at it, but I can play super fast. I like that. See, so somebody could be just psyching you out with his numbers.
Well, no, because if they have over 1,000 plays, they have a decent chance of beating me. But my strategy holds up. The problem with my strategy...
Nice try there, Nathan.
I think I've got a pretty good strategy figured out for Splendor. It's one of those strategies that does really well, but the bottom can drop out on it. So it's like big risk, big reward. So if things don't kind of fall, if things fall decently or good for me, I'm probably going to win. But if certain things happen, I'm going to lose. So it's big risk. Big reward.
What you're saying is you might win, but you might lose.
No,
I like this. Dano says I'll need a big sign to encourage you from afar. Maybe I'll dye my hair a different color than I was originally
if you don't know about the World Series of Board Gaming, it's not just these. It's not just these tournaments, these 16 games, this big tournament. There's also a full-blown convention going on, a board game convention happening as well, and there is side tournaments. They call them outer ring events that are happening that are smaller, usually like 16 people competing. And there's prizes for those. Not near as big prizes. They're probably just free games and stuff like that. But there's in addition to the main tournament, there's all these other little tournaments going on. There's all these, a full-blown convention. And there's all these guest people that are coming: Tom Vassell, Steve Bonacore, Blue Peg, Pink Peg, Meeple. What's the Meeple? Meeple. Man versus Meeple, and a bunch of different contributors are there as well. They're having a special play with celebrity games. I don't even know how you get in those, and all sorts of fun stuff going on. So it's a full blown convention. What's funny is they've already updated their site. I was on it today just to kind of remind myself of timing of things and stuff like that. And they're already got 2023 is already up. And I don't know if that was an error or what, but you can go out and see the schedule for 2023, when it's happening, all that stuff. I could anyway this morning. I don't know if it's still there, but it's happening in September next year. But they're running it Sunday to Thursday next year.
Really?
Yeah. So the first round is Sunday. So the 4 rounds are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the semis and finals are on Thursday next year. But if I enjoy it, I may do this again, or I may go, I'm never going to do this again. But what are you laughing about?
Chat. You guys are just hilarious.
What's going on?
We have a dating system by experts. There was the Russian Splendor Yosef Kominsky in YOOS, the year of our splendor. We have there's a whole smack talk of all the experts going on and jokes about you and Schrodinger's method. So if I'm on the plane heading there, Hunter is both winning and losing at the same time.
My point is, if things go on Splendor, we're back to Splendor. So I'm not explaining myself well. My strategy works really, really well, but if a certain little thing happens, I have zero chance of winning.
No, that's true. I got you.
If the cards fall a certain way, I can't win with my strategy. It's just impossible. But for the most part, I win. Because I think, and against someone who is not playing a defensive game against me, I have a really good chance of winning. I played a game this afternoon against 2 really good players online, and at one point there was no chips. Every single chip was gone.
What?
And it's like then we're just playing chicken to see who's going to buy the first card. Yeah, and I lost. I got him in second, but that kind of when they go defensive like that, because let's say I reserve a card that uses lots of green chips.
Are you giving away strategies?
No, I'm saying this is what they. Yeah, I guess I am. So like what I see the good players do. Let's say I reserve a card that needs 7 green tokens. Okay. The next person immediately took 2 green chips and held those 2 green chips the entire game and never spent them.
Time to move to plan B, baby.
Exactly. So yeah, you have to pivot. You have to pivot. You have to pivot off of your thing. And if enough players do junk like that, it completely changes the game to a completely different style of game. It's where you almost have to switch from my strategy to a quote normal strategy for Splendor. Because
you're saying you're not normal?
Because the person ended up winning was buying cheap cards and never spending chips. Because everyone was holding chips, defending against each other. So the person that won was sneaking these tiny little cheap cards and won that way.
Snipe.
So there's you look at Splendor, you think it's, you get some chips, buy some cards. There is so many different levels of strategy in that game. It's ridiculous. And what's funny is, not funny, maybe funny, I hate playing games this way.
I know, that's just rough. That's just mean.
It's a whole level of gameplay that I don't get into, and I don't want to know the perfect way to play. I don't want to know the value structure of different cards. I don't want to know this is the optimal 3 or 4 optimal opening moves you should make in every game. And there is, like I said, Dune Imperium, there's literally pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of strategy.
Yeah. I'm with Corley at that point. You're overthinking. I don't know. I must say.
I'm doing this obviously because I want to.
You wanted to give it a shot. And
if I don't do this and I go to this tournament, I'm just going to get annihilated. So you have to do this stuff. Yeah. It's a whole different level. And I don't know if I could function in a game group where we're going online and looking at strategy guides to figure out how to beat each other.
That's too intense, right?
I have no interest in playing that way.
And I think they all are on the same boat, because I see several people now saying, I feel robotic doing that, or, I want to do what's fun. And that's something playing with you to try to help you maximize your gameplay. I have learned very much that I do not optimize my gameplay. I just play what the heck. I'm like,
I've never played this way. I mean,
let's go. Yeah, my game level went up a notch. In fact, I was joking with Hunter, like, I feel bad for any poor fool that plays me in Splendor now.
Right.
Because I don't think anybody's going to, I mean, I would obviously tone it down, but now after seeing what you did and learning how to do that, if you don't know how to play Splendor the first time, it'd be pretty easy to nuke somebody.
Yeah, I think
it's just,
honestly,
it's interesting.
It's sad
totally
to say
different.
Splendor is probably dead for me as a game.
I can see that.
Because I can't.
Now you've got it mapped
now
out.
I have
kinda,
to
right?
I'd have to like turn off all the strategies I've learned and play differently just to make it fun. Because I think the first time I played you, I like won 17-2 or something like that.
Yeah, I barely scored the first time because I was doing my usual rinky-dink, and it was just, what just happened? I was like, I got mowed over.
It's just it's a completely different way to play.
It's very different.
Yeah, it's
so it'll be fun for something different, but at the same time, yeah, this is not a game changer, so to speak, a life changer, because this is not how you're going to play from now on.
Oh no,
it's not as.
I haven't ever even looked at any online strategies until now for these games. That's the first time I've ever done that. Yeah. Other than maybe I don't understand how this part of the game works. How does it work? Like a part of the game that we don't use for whatever reason. How is that useful to do this one thing? I've done stuff like that.
They have Gaia Project next year?
Gaia Project's next year. Gaia Project's this year. I didn't choose Gaia Project. I chose Raw instead.
Raw, and Great Western Trail and Arc Nova. Interesting.
Next year's Arc Nova, yes.
There's some heavy.
So they must have went out.
Games.
So it must still be up. It's, They added. Wow. They kept about
Castles of Burgundy. Oh.
They kept about half of the games from this year, and they added about half new games for next year.
That's intriguing. Some of those are pretty dang heavy.
I don't know how they're going to do Patchwork, because that's obviously a 2-player game. Or is it? Yeah, it's 2 players, right? Or is Patchwork more than 2?
It's more than 2. There's a 2-player game of it, but we usually.
I thought Patchwork was 2 players. Am I crazy?
It's over there.
Am I crazy?
It's right there.
Patchwork's 2 players, right?
Or maybe it is.
I'm pretty sure. So I don't know how they're going to do that. Because...
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Take $1 billion. Yeah, it's 2-player only. That's going to be $1 billion.
So if they do 200, they'd have to do less people. They may have to.
They'll cap it.
Decrease it in the number of people that can play. But yeah, no. I'll see how it goes this year, and maybe I'll go back next year. Who knows?
Wow.
But what's funny is I said this in a previous video.
It is quick. That's true.
What's funny is I said this in a previous video. I completely booked my flight Sunday. I'm like, okay, I want to be home at like 8 or 9 o'clock, so I booked a flight on Sunday.
Yeah, because you're coming home.
I completely forgot that the finals and semifinals are Sunday. So literally, if I get into the semifinals, I'm going to have to change my flight, because the flight is leaving during the finals.
So I'll be flying home alone, but it would be a good thing.
But I'll know Friday night whether I'm going to be playing Sunday, which is funny. So here's what's interesting. And I'll kind of end with this. So there's 16 different games that are being played. There's going to be 16 different champions of those 16 different games. Well, it could be someone could win multiple potentially. That night, that Friday night, there's going to be a draw. They're going to draw and seat the people for the semifinals that are going to happen Sunday afternoon, like at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So there's going to be 16 people. There's going to be 4 games for the semifinals. There's going to be 4 winners. They're immediately going to draw and figure out what they're playing in the finals, and immediately walk over and play that game. You get no chance, as far as I can tell, no chance to prep, no chance to even brush up on the rules. You just go straight into the finals. Fight. Which that is crazy. Can you imagine rolling in the finals and it's like Gaia Project and you haven't played it in a while? I mean,
that's a heavy game.
The way it works is, going a little too into the weeds here, but the way it works is you have when you go to the semifinals, so you have the 16 champions, right? You're going to get assigned to a game randomly that you didn't win in your 16 games. So you're going to play a game you haven't played before. So you're going to have that night to cram, to go and study and do whatever you need to do to get ready for your semifinal game. But then you're going to go, like I said, you're going to go straight in the finals. There's going to be 4 people, obviously, in the finals. They can't play the game they won originally. They can't play the game they won in the semifinals. The dog's freaking. So that eliminates half the games right there. So you get the 4 games they won in the first round and the 4 games they won in the semifinals. That eliminates half the games. they all can eliminate one of the remaining 8 games. So that's going to leave 4 games to choose from. They're going to pick that game randomly, and that's the game everyone plays. And from what I can tell, the timing of it, they say, okay, we're playing Great Western Trail. Go sit down and start. And they set it up, and you start playing. So maybe you have the time they take to set the game up
to go get ready,
to get ready for it. So you really have to.
Hope you're not the patchwork guy going.
You have to know these games if you get that far. And luckily, I've played all of these games, and for the most part, I've played them fairly recently, so that's not as big a deal. But I haven't done near as much work on those games. Yeah. What I'm hoping, I'm not sure what a lot of people are hoping, if they do make it to the finals, it's one of your games that you didn't win in originally that you've studied for and practiced for becomes that game. There's a chance if you didn't win in that game.
Corley's like, the final game will be Splendor.
Now, if I win Splendor, then I can't.
Then it won't be.
Then I can't possibly play Splendor. So you always every round, in semifinals and finals, you play a game that you haven't won in. So anyway, so I'm going to be filming and kind of doing a documentary kind of thing with my little phone.
Oh, good.
Throughout the thing.
Kind of like the poker dudes.
I am going to be Twitterizing, if I make it to the second round or if I lose in the first round, that kind of stuff. So
live tweets?
Huh?
Live tweeting?
Do they have video? Live tweet videos?
No, you don't have to video. You just live tweet. You just tweet right when it happens.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So,
these kids these days don't
Twitter
even know
is
terms.
at family_showdown. It should be down in the description of this video. You go over there, follow me, and I'll give you updates like, I lost in the first round. Oh my gosh, I got destroyed. Or, hey, I made it in the second round. That sort of stuff.
Cool.
But
very exciting.
If I somehow miraculously make it to the final table of any of the ones I'm competing in, they are live streaming the final match of all the different events. So you can watch the finals of every game and watch the semifinal games. I don't know how they're going to do that because there's 4 going on at once.
Yeah.
And then the final table of the whole tournament is going to be shown live stream.
That's exciting.
So I'll just look for Twitters of, I lost in the first round.
Just win.
You're going to see 4 tweets of I lost in the first round, and we'll be done with it.
Oh my goodness, whatever. Nah, it's going to be fun.
But I'm going to have a blast. Rebecca's showing up Friday night.
Late.
We're gonna make a vacation out of it somehow. So there's a benefit if I lose in the first round. Then we got all day to do other stuff. So
I'm rooting for him and not rooting for him at the same time. It's a Schrodinger's cheer.
I think the way it's designed is that all these games will be done early evening.
That's cool.
Even if you make it to the final table. The only one I'm wondering about is Dominant Species, because that's a 3-hour game. If you do 4 times 3 hours, that's 12 hours. So you're landing late in the evening on that day. But all the other ones, like Splendor, 4 games of Splendor maybe takes 3 hours, if that. Maybe less than that.
Okay.
So I'll be done 8 o'clock or so each night. So
I'll try to remember to do that. I can get onto the BGG Guild when I'm there. I just got to remember to do that. Corley was saying update your info into the BGG Guild as to how you're doing. And stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea. I'm going to put a little reminder in my phone to do that right now because I think that's a cool idea. Go ahead. You can keep talking, finishing up.
That's it. That's all I got.
So
1 week from tonight, Tuesday, I don't know what the 4th of October, something like that.
Tuesday, yeah, it'll be the 4th.
It'll just be a recap of the World Series of Board Gaming. So hopefully I'll be able to have time to put a video together. If I'm not flying back Monday, I'm gonna try to throw a video together, and I'll do a little normally like I'll do a video, and then we'll talk about it and say what I liked, what I didn't like, my experiences. Would I do it again? Was it worth the the hassle or whatever, the money or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So and Rebecca will get to talk about it too because she'll be there for 3 of those days. Well, 2.5 days.
2.1 days. I was like, I'm coming in pretty late on Friday.
All right.
So okay, I put that. I'm going to try to remember to do that, and as long as my phone is working, I can get into the BGG guild thingy okay from my phone. I will totally send some updates in there. That sounds like a lot of fun. I like that.
All right. So that's it for now. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
You guys
Sorry
are
about the
the
internet.
best,
Sorry
the
about all
best.
the everything. You
Y'all
know,
are wonderful.
you're used to this nonsense.
Poor things.
We'll see you in 1 week when I have my World Series of Board Gaming
With some
bracelet.
bling. What's up with some bling? Okay.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hey, look, it's us. Hi.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Click subscribe to join our wonderful viewer community.
Want to be notified when we upload a new video or go live? Click on the little bell below.